Hello friends, music lovers, vinyl community. Welcome to another SupraWes vinyl video. Today we're talking about my vinyl purchases for the month of November 2014. Hope everybody had a great month. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. If you're in the US, we had a pretty nice Thanksgiving and a nice couple days off, so that was really nice and relaxing. Celebrated my 5th anniversary of making vinyl videos this month, earlier this month. On the 7th, I believe, is the official date of when I uploaded my first vinyl video. So 5 years, and look forward to many more years of doing this. It's just a lot of fun sharing and learning and watching other people's videos. I enjoy learning as much as I do making the videos, so I just feel like I should give something back, and I try my best to give back what I can. I'm not always very knowledgeable about music, but I'm learning fast. I realized over these past 5 years that I've learned quite a bit. Let's go ahead and get into my November finds. First, I want to talk about a few CDs. I hadn't mentioned these before, but the Led Zeppelin albums are being reissued, as we all know. I decided to hold off on buying them on vinyl. So I've been buying the deluxe versions on the CDs with the 2 CD set. So you get the album and then you got the second disc with outtakes. So I guess it was actually at the end of October, but I bought these this month as Houses of the Holy and 4, or the Symbol album, whatever you want to call it. So picked those up, as well as I picked up Pink Floyd's The Endless River. I've been seeing a lot of people show this on vinyl and talk about it and discuss it, and it's outtakes, kind of reworked outtakes from the Division Bell album, which is a Pink Floyd album I love, and I do enjoy this quite a bit. This is the deluxe Blu-ray version of the album, so you get a high-quality digital mix on this, stereo and surround sound at 96 kilohertz, 24-bit digital audio. Sounds really good. I like this little packaging. It has that sort of nice, slightly rubberized feel to it. I think it's similar to what the vinyl package has. Inside the book is printed like that, and then there's a hardbound book in here, photographs and liner notes. Thought was really nice. Postcards here. First one is a lenticular design here. That postcard. There's that one. And then just the 2 discs. You get the album on CD as well as the Blu-ray disc that has the surround sound audio and some videos and a bunch of different extras and bonus stuff. So that was kind of cool. So that's the way I decided to buy the Endless River, is high quality digital. I thought that would be the best option for me. And I've been enjoying listening to that, and I like hearing it. It's good. It's not great. It's not amazing. It's not better than the Division Bell, in my opinion, but it's a good album, and it's sort of a nice closure to the Pink Floyd legacy, or whatever you want to call it. So let's go ahead and get into some vinyl, what we're all here for. First thing, we decided to make a trip to Ocala and do some thrifting and some other things at the beginning of November. And went to, there's a spot in Ocala where there's a Salvation Army and I believe it's Humane Society thrift store that are right next door to each other. So it's kind of a fun place to go. You can hit 2 thrift stores at once, basically. And had some good scores at the Habitat for Humanity thrift store. Or not Habitat for Humanity, Humane Society. So let's go ahead and get into these. They were $1.25 a piece, which I thought was a little expensive for a thrift store, but still I found some good finds. First thing we have here is actually my first ever Funkadelic album, I believe. This is Uncle Jam Wants You, 1979 on this one. Seen a few albums in the past, but they've always been really beat, and this one is actually in really nice shape, so really a nice surprise to find a Funkadelic album in really nice shape. So that was definitely worth $1.25 for that. We got a 12-inch single from Raisa, Your Summertime. I probably wouldn't have bought this if I would have known that they were $1.25 each. I thought they were going to be more like 50 cents each. Just a nice little dance mix 12-inch. I've put this on a little bit. It's okay. It probably won't be something I will keep, but nice little dance mix from the 90s, late 90s, I believe. 97. I got an album here from Shaka Khan, I Feel For You, from 84. Another copy of Sly and the Family Stones, There's a Riot Going On. Bought one of these at the Orlando Record Show last year, I think, or earlier this year. I don't know which one is the nicer copy, but it'd be nice to have two of these to choose from. Definitely wasn't going to leave that there for, not too much money. Here's a funny one, something I've been kind of on the lookout for, just keeping my eye open for. Just a sort of a kitschy kind of piece that would be fun to have in the collection. This is Mrs. Miller. Will success spoil Mrs. Miller? If you haven't heard Mrs. Miller before, I suggest just doing a quick search here on YouTube and just listening. We're kind of in the holiday season now, and if you have holiday guests that want to overstay their welcome, maybe you'll put on a Mrs. Miller song for them, and they'll probably be leaving pretty quickly. But this is just a funny, kitschy kind of piece to have in the collection, and yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's so bad it's good. It's one of those kind of things. So this is Will Success Spoil Mrs. Miller? There's Mrs. Miller's Greatest Hits, which is actually her first album, so it was kind of a funny thing there. I don't know how many albums she actually did. Yeah, so definitely was happy to find that. That was just a funny find. And next thing we got here, last thing from that particular thrift store, add to the Christmas collection. This is Christmas Eve with Colonel Sanders. I've seen some people share this before in the past, and I wanted to add it to my Christmas collection, so I was glad to find that. So that was the haul from Humane Society of Ocala thrift store. Next thing we got here, I got the new album from Derek Murphy. Of course, some more ambient electronic work, more dancey, it has a little bit of energy to it, has a little bit of a bounce to it, has a nice groove to it. Really enjoyed this. Particularly enjoyed, there's kind of a track that sort of stands out on here. Doesn't really fit with what's the other songs on here. It's called Fill Up Glass. It's the last track on side A. It's more of sort of an ambient piano type piece, kind of different from the rest of the album, but a very interesting piece. Blue and green vinyl. The blue side has some dirt in it, so it is noisy when the needle passes over the blue side. If you actually hold this up to the light, you can see the dirt in the blue side. The pressing plant had some dirty vinyl pellets or something. The dirt gets in the vinyl and it makes it noisy, so unfortunately it's a little bit noisy, but not too bad. I've heard a lot worse. Also, since I was a contributor to the Indiegogo campaign, I guess it was, I got a copy of the Encounter magazine that has an article on Derek, the September-October issue, so that was nice to read. Signed that as well. And then a postcard of the mural he worked on with Say Adams. So that was a nice thing to receive this month. We did the Orlando Record Show earlier this month as well, and I actually bought a piece of new vinyl I bought it at Urban Outfitters. I don't really like shopping at Urban Outfitters, but I saw this there, and it's been something that's been on my wish list for a while, and it's a Christmas album, and it's something I just wanted to buy. It was a good price, so I bought it. This is Bright Eyes, a Christmas album. It says here, the saddest, sweetest holiday recording you'll hear all season. And that's a pretty good definition of this album. It's sad and sweet and beautiful at the same time, and it's just a really cool Christmas album, and I really did enjoy hearing this. On white vinyl, beautiful snowy white vinyl, matches the cover art, and there's a download code included and a printed insert as well. So nice addition to the Christmas collection, Bright Eyes Christmas album. Beautiful sounding. Wanted to quickly talk about these two albums that Paul sent to me. I did the unboxing and didn't really know anything about these, and it's kind of difficult to do those unboxings because you really don't know what you're going to get. He sent the Bonobo live album from this year. Really cool group. I really enjoyed listening to this. It's very groovy, jazzy, hip-hop, R&B, soulful, slightly electronic. It crosses a lot of lines, and it's really enjoyable listening experience. So thanks again, Paul, for that. Really enjoyed listening to that one, as well as the Nightmares on Wax. This one has sort of a hip-hop jazz groove to it. Really nice. Really, I just listened to this yesterday, Sunday, and really had a really nice Sunday morning kind of vibe to it. Really cool. Sealed when I got it, so I didn't get a chance to show the inside there. enjoyed both of these quite a bit, so thanks again, Paul, for those. Alright, now we're on to Record Store Day stuff. So that was all I had up until Record Store Day, and then my local record store, Arrow's Aim, put out $1,000 records, 1,000 brand new dollar records, and everything was 10% off, and Beatles records were 50% off. I looked through the Beatles stuff, unfortunately didn't find anything that I wanted. But I did buy 2 used pieces of vinyl. This is the Booker T and the MGs, Macklemore Avenue. It's sort of their response to Abbey Road. Somewhat of a cover. I haven't actually listened to this yet, so I don't know exactly how it sounds. But I know it comes highly recommended in the VC. I've seen a lot of people share it. It looked like something I wanted to have, and I found this really nice copy of it. I'm looking forward to hearing that. So that was about $7 after the discount. Got that. Thought that was a nice price for that. And then Everlast's debut album, Forever Everlasting. Didn't even know this one was on vinyl. It's one I've had on cassette and then CD for pretty much since it was new. A lot of people don't even know this album exists. They think he started out with the Whitey Ford thing. This was in '88, I believe, is when he did this. Quite a bit before that. Very different style of hip hop, but this is a really good album, and an album I've enjoyed. And I was happy to find this one on vinyl, so one I wanted to have. And then, as I said, they put out 1,000 dollar bin records, so I picked up 16, I think, here. Got a whole bunch of these Warner Brothers Lost Leaders. If you've ever seen the inner sleeve of a Warner Brothers record, and they say, you know, buy these 2 LP sets for $2 each. These are what you got when you bought them. They were just sort of compilations of different Warner Brothers artists. So we have here Hard Goods, Graham Central Station, Montrose, Doobie Brothers, Ted Nugent, Foghat, Van Morrison, Deep Purple, Frank Zappa, Todd Rundgren, Bob Seger, Kiss, Steel Eye Span, Marshall Tucker Band, Greg Allman, Neil Young, Alan Price, Seals and Crofts, Beach Boys, Robin Trower, tons and tons of great artists, and I really enjoy collecting these Warner Brothers sets here. So glad to pick some of these up for $1. Next thing we have here is the 1969 Warner Reprise Songbook. Van Dyke Parks, Randy Newman, Joni Mitchell, Arlo Guthrie, Everly Brothers, Sweetwater, Eric Anderson, Miriam Makeba, Family, Van Morrison, The Kinks, Electric Prunes, The Fugs, Tiny Tim, Mothers of Invention, Pentangle, Neil Young, Beau Brummels, Jethro Tull, Jimi Hendrix. Just, you know, these are just loaded with great songs, great artists. Definitely something to keep an eye out for when you're, you know, in thrift stores and dollar bins and whatnot. Some of these have nice liner notes in them. So we got that one. This one's called Appetizers. I won't continue to spend time on all the artists in here. You kind of get an idea of who the artists are. If they're on Warner Brothers, they're on these sets, basically. We got a Wings album. This is Back to the Egg. Wasn't sure if I had this one or not, so wanted to grab that one. Another Warner Brothers Lost Leader. This is Burbank. Copy of that Chicago cover. Stills Young Band, Long May You Run. Aerosmith's self-titled debut. The Fix with React. Robert Palmer, Addictions Volume 1. Marvin Gaye, Hear My Dear. The album he did for his wife in part of the divorce settlement. Comedy album here, Chris Rush, First Rush. Bill Cosby, When I Was a Kid. It was on the Uni label. Wings with London Town. Don't normally buy bootlegs, but a bootleg for $1, sure, why not? We got Jimi Hendrix, Rare Hendrix. This is what the inside looks like. You know, it's a Jimi Hendrix bootleg. It has some scratches on it, but it looks like it'll play through pretty reasonably. So for $1, I'll pick that up. Another Warner one. We have the Warner Brothers 1969 Warner Reprise Record Show, or Reprise, I should say. And last but not least, the soundtrack to the movie Roadie. And then I went to Here Again, which is the record store in town that participates in the official Record Store Day releases. Picked up 3 items here. First thing we got here is the David Bowie Seasons of a Crime, or Sue, 10-inch single. Sort of made to look like a 78 record. These are numbered. This is number 882. I got that. that was pretty nice to hear. I got the Flaming Lips Christmas album, Imogene Peace, Atlas Eats Christmas. So this is made to look sort of like some sort of rare, it's made to look sort of like a rare Iraqi sort of pressing, but it's actually the Flaming Lips doing Christmas music, and it's really neat. It's on the surface it sounds very traditional Christmas music kind of stuff, but then there's these weird synth lines that come in and weird noises and distortions, and it's kind of cool to listen to. So I was glad to pick this up on red vinyl, clear red vinyl. And the last record store day release I picked up is the Jimi Hendrix official bootleg. This is an official Jimi Hendrix bootleg. This is Hear My Music, 2 LP set, 200 gram vinyl pressed at QRP. A bunch of stuff I had not heard before, so it's all good stuff here. These are recordings from '69. They're just on black vinyl. So those are, that was my November month, my record store day finds. I hope everyone else had a good November. Going into December here, last month of the year, closing out 2014, starting to think about what my favorite albums of this year were. And yeah, a good month, enjoyable month. Hope everyone had a great month. Thanks for watching. Hope this isn't too long, and we'll see you again real soon. Cheers.